That is a mess. Come on, Laura.
Hello.
Haven't done anything yet.
Good.
My thing's not working, which really pisses me off. But
They're like discombobulated out there.
you're gonna try and twist that?
Yeah.
And break it?
Twist. Why do you say that every time? When did I ever break it?
Because I had it set up where it was supposed to be. Now you've
But
broken
I
it.
always sit here if there's not a guest. So like, wow, we just cannot agree on this, can we? That works, right? Is it too high?
Now you gotta pull the blinds.
You good? I'm good. What are we
Yep.
talking about?
Whatever we want.
Oh, okay.
Got nothing planned.
I can share a story from a first-time home buyer that I think hit it right on the nose about her frustrations with the market.
Cool.
She had a really good analogy.
Awesome. Here we go. Can't get frickin' board to switch. Oh, there we go.
How do my glasses get so scratched?
Hello friends, Bill Baker here, host of the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show, found right here on 103.5 FM, The Sun, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Hey, when I'm not on the radio, I'm working with folks just like you to help them buy and sell homes. I'm proud to say that my team, the Baker Realty Group, has been helping people buy and sell homes in the greater Sun Prairie area for over 10 years. Information about buying and selling a home is available on my website, thebakerrealtygroup.com, on Facebook by searching the Baker Realty Group, or by calling 608-575-6731. So now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show with Bill Baker and Laura Stanfield. Brought to you by the Baker Realty Group.
Welcome to the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show with your host, Bill Baker.
Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the Sun Prairie Real Estate Show. I'm your host, Bill Baker, and glad to be here. It's a beautiful hump day. It's like, I feel like it's like Tuesday for some reason, but oh, that's right, because we had Memorial Weekend and Memorial Day and all that.
It always feels like that.
I know, it does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So it's kind of cool. You're listening to 103.5 WLSP, The Sun, right here in beautiful Sun Prairie. And we're underwritten by those wonderful folks at the Bank of Sun Prairie, the Baker Realty Group, and of course, Wintrust Mortgage. Did you like that? Hey, we created this show 7 years ago to help you in the way of buying and selling real estate. It was all about educating and informing you as the public on what's going on in the industry and see if we could be a help, an assist, something like that. And you know, I think it's pretty good because what I think is funny is when I hear real estate agents using my statistics. So we're educating somebody.
Wow.
I know, we are. And right now, with the way the industry's going and with everything that's happening out there, I'm going to tell you, you need as much help as you can get because it ain't easy. And if you try to do this on your own, you're going to leave money on the table or you're going to pay too much, or you're not going to get the property. And so we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about first-time home buyers. We're going to talk about how you go about capturing one of these houses. We're going to talk about sellers and things that I want you to consider when you're working with your realtor, and things that you need to know about, you need to bring to light because they're not going to tell you about it. And I'll get to that in a little while. But I'm going to tell you that you're leaving money on the table. How's that sound? Yep, it is. You are.
It doesn't sound good.
No.
Who wants to do that?
No. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that. But this show would not be what it is if we didn't have the lovely, the all-knowing, the greatest banker in the mortgage banker in the world, Miss Laura Stanfield from Wintrust Mortgage.
Hi.
Hi. 7 years I've been doing that to you.
Yes,
and every
you have.
and every time your face goes.
Mm-hmm.
How's it go?
Cringe.
How's
It's
it go?
cringy.
It cringes.
That's what my children would say.
It cringes. You have cringes.
You're cringy, Bill.
You're cringy. So what's going on in the world of lending and mortgages? I mean, we know about this debt issue we've got with the federal government, and that's messing with people pretty well. But what else is happening out there that we need to know about? Talk to us. Tell us. Be all knowing. Tell us.
The omnipotent.
Ooh.
There's that word.
Wow.
Yeah, so the debt ceiling's playing into rates in the sense that the market doesn't like it. It's uncertain, just like the whole inflation thing has been for how long now? Long time. So it's not helping anything, but it sounds like they're going to be coming to an understanding. Hopefully, we've already seen an improvement in rates yesterday and today. It's already coming back down. They're coming back down.
Well, what kind of rates are we sitting at right now?
Okay, well, so yesterday, this was after a price improvement already. It would have been kind of in the high 6% range.
Okay.
So it
6,
got
9,
to
6,
7
7?
last week.
Oh, it did? Wow.
It did,
Okay.
because of this debt ceiling issue and the
Okay.
market reaction to it.
Yeah.
So it depends on the program, though. Like there's first-time buyer programs out there that are 6 1/4, 6.375. If you're not a first-time home buyer, if you don't qualify, and there might be different ways that you can qualify, by the way, but then you're probably in the mid to high 6% range right now.
Okay. That's
It's
so
not
great.
that bad.
It's still good.
I know.
It's like, what are you talking about? People are like, oh man, the rates are so high. Really? I had 14.5% once upon a time.
Well, it's such an interesting thing, and it is psychology to an extent. I was talking with a friend of mine who's an underwriter, and it's like, you've probably noticed this too. The news about what's going on in the market seems to take a bit for people to hear about, to catch up, to get their brains around it. So like, it's a seller's market, it's a buyer's market. Oh, really? When did that happen? Well, it's been happening. It just, like, where have you been? And then interest rates. Oh, wow, that's happening? Yeah, it's been happening. So I think this 6 or 7% thing that we've been up against, once people get used to that, that catches on, they get their brain around it, and then if they do fall back into the 5% range, that's going to make 5% look like an amazing rate, right?
Yeah.
We need to get out of the mindset of the 2 and 3% rates. It never should have been a thing. It wasn't a good thing that it was happening like that. So
I thought it was a
let
good
it
thing.
go. Well, for people who locked in and got lower payments, it was great. But overall, right?
Sure.
Like in the economy, our markets, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
get out of the 2 or 3% mindset. I don't know that we will ever see that again.
Never.
Okay, so
Not in our lifetime.
let it go.
Let it go.
Think about what your goals are. Do you want a different home? If you do, why? What is it going to cost you to get a different home?
Right.
Find out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't stay stuck because you think you just can't let go of 2 or 3%. Like, okay, good for you, but is it holding you back from goals that you have?
That's true. That's true. So let's talk about what's going on out there. In the marketplace now, here's what I want you to know about the market, is that when you hear national news talking about real estate, forget about it. Put the cotton in your ears, don't even listen to it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. My new word is probably.
Prolly?
Prolly.
P-R-O-L-L-Y.
Yeah, instead of probably.
That's a word.
Get your lips going, probably.
It
So
might be
probably.
the Urban Dictionary.
Probably. Terry thinks it's hilarious.
So I'm on a, just made me think of it. I'm on a group like Mortgage Lenders,
Mhm.
and then the Barry Habib that I
Oh, yeah.
listen to a lot. Anyway, somebody put in our group, like, what do I do? Do I lock or float the rate? And people were like, you need to frock. You need to flock. You need to, like,
Frick rock.
quit asking dumb questions. We ought to know this stuff by now. Why are you putting that out there? Anyway,
Well, it's true.
it is
Probably.
true.
Probably true. Don't mess with that.
It's a little crooked. It's
Well,
bugging me. It's like a picture on the
Now
wall.
I gotta go back and fix it again.
What do you gotta do?
Because I gotta make sure it's not like looking up your nose and all that stuff. And oh my gosh, I got you from the chin down. No, that's good. It's good. Everything's good.
I know, it's fine. I barely touched it.
Did you?
You're so sensitive about things like that.
What?
Let
Perfection.
it go. Let it go.
There's a song about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can we talk about real estate now?
You don't want to talk about Frozen?
Well, people don't want to hear it.
I don't
I
know.
wanna
I
know.
mean, kids with...
Donna Bemis is out there wanting to say, can you guys get up the hell off that and
Okay,
talk
fine.
to me about
Fine.
my property? What's
Fine.
going on?
Okay, let's go.
So I was talking before we got off into this tangent down that rabbit hole, and I was saying that you've got to be careful who you listen to. And really what you need to do is listen to our show. We're going to give you the hyper-focused information you need to make decisions in buying or selling. And if you listen to the national news, you're going to hear that prices are coming down. I'm going to tell you prices are going up. So we're in a situation where if you want to make money, if you want to make the highest you can on your house selling it, you got to listen to us. If you want to get into a house, if you just want to get into a house with an accepted offer, you've got to listen to us. Because it's that temperamental out there. And if you try to do it the same old way all the time, it ain't going to work. Because doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Definition of insanity.
Yes.
Are you people insane?
Yes.
No, you don't want to be insane. Come on.
No.
Change it up. No.
I
Listen
know,
to
right?
your professionals.
Exactly.
Your experts in the field.
Sure. So let me give you an idea, and I got to break this down. Hang with me. I've got to tell you. I got to set it up, and then I'll tell you the information on it. And
You're gonna lob it up.
I'm gonna lob it up. You're right. Okay, so right now in Sun Prairie, month to date, we've sold 18 houses. 18 houses compared to
Month to date.
18 houses.
Well, that's
And today's the last day of the month. So even if we sell 20, so last year we sold 54 houses, and at the end of the month, by the time the month ended, we had 54 houses, 62 back in 2020. Right now we're at 18. So if we have 20 houses that close today, and it could happen, we'll be at 38. If we have 30 homes that close today, we'll be at 48. We're still going to be less than last year. Now, the number of listings that have been happening, now listing, to help you with the definitions and all that, that's the definition of a house that's come onto the market for sale. We're down 40%, almost 41% over last year's same time frame and everything. And those two things are important. The solds and the listings are important. One is that you know that there's not enough inventory. We keep telling you there's not enough inventory. But if you listen to national news, inventory in Los Angeles and Austin, Texas, they're getting a higher number on their inventory levels, and we are not. They're not. It's not growing substantially.
Are people leaving California and Texas in droves and
I would.
selling their homes?
I would, and then move to Wisconsin. Come to Sun. They're all coming to Sun Prairie.
I don't think so.
Probably.
You were just waiting for an
I was,
opportunity to
man.
use that.
I got me a probably. In
Why
there.
were so many people buying homes in 2020 when it was shut down, when it was COVID land?
No.
Was it all interest rates?
No, that was just when it was happening. Remember, 2019
It started in March.
at 2020,
Yeah.
and so we're still in that selling process. And then
These were homes already under contract,
Under
probably
contract.
in March,
Yeah.
closing in May,
possibly or April.
maybe.
Yeah, because April we're still trying to figure out what a mask was. Where could I get them?
In April, we're still thinking, this is going to be over tomorrow. It's fine.
Exactly.
It's good.
It's like a cold for us.
Yes.
Get over it.
We have a national cold.
I know. So it's
Wow.
So we got to be but you need to see this. And if I went back further, we'd be in the 80s. We are in what
Yeah.
should be the start of the peak of the spring cycle, and we're
Yep.
not.
No, we're
Well,
not.
we're in the new one. The
New
new one.
normal.
Well, kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Mhm.
So at 18 homes, so why am I telling you this? Okay, so let's start with the number of listings and low inventory. The low inventory tells us that pricing is going to continue up because we know, Laura and I can tell you right now, guarantee it, absolutely, positively, demand is still there. People are trying to buy houses, and they're desperately going crazy over this. They want to buy a house, and they want to live in Sun Prairie. And so that when demand is high and inventory is low, that means price is going to increase because that's the competitiveness of the cycle on this. Now, here's what I also know, and why I know this. That houses that are sold right now are selling at 104%
Really?
above the asking price. That's an indicator for us in the industry because it'll tell us 100%, which would be asking price, or it would be above asking price, or below. It could be 80%, it could be 120%. Right now, this is one of the highest numbers that we've seen since last year at the same time frame. In May of last year, we were at 105. In 2021, 102. So you can see people are still wanting to buy houses. Now, let's stick with the listings for a second. And you folks that are selling your homes. What I want you to do is I want you to really sit down and listen to me for a second. Because I think you're leaving money on the table. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Because right now, the average asking price for a home in Sun Prairie
Is, drumroll,
$599,495.
that's because how many of what's on the market are new construction?
21 are new construction. Of those 21, 5 are available to move into today.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to that point too, because what people are saying now is, or what's happening is we're seeing that pricing per square foot, listen to me, pricing per square foot, you rolled your eyes at me. She rolled her eyes at me, radio fans.
They didn't see it.
Well,
It didn't
price,
happen.
price per square foot of existing homes is almost price per square foot of a new home.
So why wouldn't you buy new?
Why would you buy new? That's exactly
If you can afford it, though, the prices are higher.
Well, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. You know, a little bit. Now I can't get out of new houses. I'm looking for houses here. So when you have somebody, if you're a seller and you're selling your house and you're talking to your agent, I know this comes from the realtor, not you. But they say, hey, look at this. We'll do this. How about this? Why don't we set this up where we do open houses Friday through Sunday, and then accept all offers on Monday with a final decision on Wednesday, right?
That's usually what you hear, if even Wednesday.
Right, it could be Tuesday.
Mhm.
And then the other thing, I'm looking for one here I could quote.
So you're saying you have an issue with that?
A big issue with it.
Okay.
Well,
Yes, please elaborate, because that's happening a lot.
I get it.
And it's not uncommon, like before this market, that was the thing.
Yeah, I know. That one. Daggone it. I'm trying.
Dadgummit.
Dadgummit, I said, boy, look at me when I'm talking to you. Boy, it's about as sharp
This
as
is
a
foghorn
bowling
leghorn.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em. I'm looking at the MLS if you're wondering, folks. Trying to find one of these. Anyway, so I can't find one right now. But so what they do is they set it up where their showings are going on, and maybe over the weekend, and then you all offers to be into the seller through the seller's agent by Monday,
Mhm.
and then an approval the next day, that night, whatever.
Mhm.
So here's what's happening. And this is what I want you to talk to your realtor about. Because I know your realtor laid out this plan, but they've made a mistake in it. The mistake is that you get 20 different offers coming in, 5, 10, 20 offers coming in, and then you're trying to pick which one you want. And then you narrow it down and you pick one. That's the mistake. Your next step should be tell them, or just call me, and you tell them to do a multiple counteroffer for even higher. That's negotiation. Laura's eyes just went as big as grapefruits. It's like one of those cartoons.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The price is already being driven up. When a buyer hears that there's, hey, I've already got 10 offers, come in with your highest and best, cleanest offer.
Yeah.
Cash is king, no
Yeah.
contingencies,
Yeah.
20, 30, 50,000
Uh-huh.
over asking
Sure.
price. And you want them to drive it up even more?
Yeah. No,
Wow.
I want them to negotiate. And here's why. And then here's what the other thing is
And
going to
then
say.
you want them to have extra money to cover the appraisal gap.
No, because they still have the control over who they're going to pick.
I know, but if you're having them come in and go even higher, what if the appraisal doesn't come in high enough?
Well, you got to write that in. That's in the counteroffer. You've got to write that in. So if we look at this last month, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 conventionals this month out of 18. 1, 2, 3 cash offers, 4 cash offers.
And the other three were what, FHA?
Yeah,
VA?
VA.
Any VA?
One
oh, good.
VA.
One VA. What?
Yeah, 1 VA.
We need more of those.
But
None.
here's the thing is, in the negotiation process, your realtor needs to watch out for you. Now, are you going to lose any of these? Well, you might have a few fall out, but there's going to be that one that may go another $10,000. They're not going to lose this house over $10,000. You have the opportunity. Then the other thing is you can go back to it. Now, here's what I know from 17 years of doing this. I know that it is painful for you. I know that it's not comfortable. I know that it's frustrating. Got to get the house ready, got all these showings, people coming into my house, messing with my stuff, and they do.
Nobody should be messing with your stuff.
But they do.
Opening drawers and cabinets and stuff.
They do. Yeah, they're in stuff. But the thing I'm trying to stress here is that if you're going to negotiate, then negotiate. And get those extra dollars. It may be an extra $5,000, but that'd be a nice vacation.
Yeah, I'd take that. Sure.
And it's going to help you with the house you're going to go to, because the realtor that you're going to buy a house from is going to do the exact same thing, but they're not going to ask to negotiate, and you win.
Well, that's the thing about where people are at when you hear them say, well, I don't want to sell my house because I'm going to get a good price. I understand that, but I'm going to overpay for my next one.
Yeah, they're not.
Well, maybe not.
They're not overpaying.
It depends.
Nope.
First of all, it's what the market's bringing right now.
Yeah.
So overpay is probably not
No.
the most accurate term.
No, overpay. You're not. You can't be overpaying if the market sets that price.
Well, yeah.
Are you
But-
overpaying for gas?
it's kind of like overpaying for interest rates, right? So what's your benchmark? Is your benchmark 2 or 3%, which was like for a year or
Yeah,
two that never
sure.
should have been a thing anyway?
Sure.
Why is that your benchmark?
Right. Exactly. So
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, you got it. I mean, that's exactly right. So you got to get out of the 3s because they ain't coming back. I would love to pay. What my first house was $66,700.
That's a car.
That's a car today. But maybe
Yeah.
I'll just sit around and wait for the price to come back.
Oof.
Well, that's how idiotic it
Oof.
sounds when
Yeah, don't do that.
people's mouths sometimes. They
I'm
go,
gonna wait for rates to come down.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay, great.
How
And,
long are you
hell
gonna
freeze
give it?
over. Right.
Because it's not gonna get. You're not gonna get.
It's not going to
3%.
happen.
No.
So let me say this again. So if you're going to play this game of submitting offers on one day and then choosing one,
Sorry.
then go all the way with it and send those multiple counters out to the ones that you choose, or send it to all of them. Now, I can't believe this every
How
single
much
time.
extra work is that for a listing agent to do that?
Well, they got to
Suggesting.
that's 20 different documents. And here's the
Have
thing.
an admin, a virtual assistant,
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still 20 different steps.
but you're getting your client more money potentially.
Right,
so.
and did you know that of those 20 multiple counteroffers, they could be 20 different multiple counteroffers, price-wise?
Mhm.
I mean, if I got somebody that's already all in for cash, no contingencies and all that, I may push them a little more. I can always come back. If somebody says no, I can always go back to them,
Mhm.
and I can negotiate. Again, it's the negotiation game. What I'm really trying to say to you is, don't let your realtor get lazy. Let them earn their keep, their commission, and all that.
Well, just ask them what their strategies are.
Oh, yeah.
How are you going to help me
Yeah.
decide which offer if I'm a seller or get an accepted offer if I'm a buyer? What strategies do you use?
Yeah, but you are still in control of the transaction, not the realtor. The realtor does what you tell them to. Now, they're going to give you recommendations. Like they'll put in here, no love letters, no sight unseen.
Why do they care if it's sight unseen or not?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, seriously, so why? What's the reasoning
I
behind
don't
that?
know, because
the
it's
love letters I understand, but
it's control.
hmm.
It's control.
You know, and I don't know what your take on, and maybe I took it wrong, but I was thinking about that whole thing, like a listing agent and how they're helping their seller with which offers they're gonna take. And I feel like there's a lot of preconceived ideas. I don't feel like it. I know it. Let's just be honest. There are. So I had
There are.
young first-time home buyer, and I offered to call the listing agent to talk about the program so that they understood and they weren't, you know, like, ugh, gross. I'm not dealing with down payment assistance, thinking the worst. So I called to advocate, and it's somebody that I thought was kind of fair, but I didn't. Maybe I took it the wrong way. But when I called, I said, you know, this buyer's very well qualified. I've looked at all the pay statements. I've been getting updated. Da 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 da. It's all like underwritten, good to go. I wanted to help with any questions you might have about down payment assistance. Ha! I know about down payment assistance.
You gotta be kidding me.
That was the way he said it,
Oh my gosh.
and I was like, well, are you sure? Have you worked with it before? Can I help with any questions you or the seller might have?
Right.
I know what I need to know.
Yeah.
And I have other offers too with down payment assistance, and he kind of laughs again sarcastically. And I'm like, see, this is the problem. What are you telling your seller?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
Open your mind. There are buyers out there
Sure.
that are using the assistance maybe to cover a gap in price range. It doesn't mean they're not qualified to buy your house. And it doesn't mean it's hard
Yeah.
for the seller. Why are you, as a listing agent, making that determination for your seller?
I actually had a seller once upon a time, it's been a while now, that chose a VA loan over a better deal.
I had one of those too, Neil Mathwag.
Oh, really?
Yep. Did I ever tell you that story? Let me know if you want to.
No, that'd be cool. Because he did it because he was a veteran.
Yeah.
And he saw another veteran, and he wanted to give him a leg up. It was like $5,000 difference.
There you go.
And I thought it was pretty cool.
We've all been first-time home buyers at one
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about Neil.
In Neil's case, they were selling their home, that new area over there by, Anyway, they were selling their home and moving somewhere else. Anyway,
Neil
so
was?
Neil and his family were, yes, and
Buying the RV and traveling the world?
That's what it was before that.
Okay.
Before that, they sold another house after that. But anyway, this buyer came in, young family, and he is a veteran.
Okay.
And so submitted a VA, and Neil called me and he said, I just want you to know their offer was not the best by far,
Sure.
but I took it because he's a veteran and I want to help a veteran. I don't think Neil's a veteran.
No, he's not.
just a good guy.
He's just a good guy.
And he wanted to help out a veteran. So he's like, yeah, could we have made more money? Absolutely, but yours was a strong offer and a veteran, and that's why I took it. And
That's
I'm
not
like,
cool. I love those stories.
I already respected him a lot. The respect level just went woo, way up.
I love those stories.
Yeah.
I love those stories.
Yeah.
So again, just real quick, and then I move to the next thing. But if you're going to follow that format, if you've got a realtor that's suggesting this to you, and don't forget, you could just take every offer as they come in, and make a decision. And by the way,
BTW.
if you have your realtor sets this up, now the law says that he has to present those offers to you in a timely fashion. They has to expedite them, so it should be right away. So you,
What's a timely fashion?
well, like yesterday, the day, as quick as possible.
Okay, but is there a guideline that needs to be followed? I guess is
Well,
what
the
I'm getting
statutes,
at.
the statutes define that you have to present them in a timely fashion.
That's great.
I know, I hate gray.
Hmm.
I have it in my hair. I dye my hair gray just a little.
You don't, but nice try.
Thanks.
Next.
I like your hair. Why do you dye your roots? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
That's funny. I've heard some buyer's agents say that they want to be the first offer in.
Well, I think it's wise. Just get your offer in there.
Does that really make a difference, though? If
Well,
there's a plethora of offers,
Exactly. Well,
does it matter?
It depends if the realtor's doing their job.
Explain.
So if you have to submit all offers, and they're saying, so I'm looking at this property on a Friday, and they say they're going to review offers on Monday, it still stipulates that you've got to get the offers to these folks, and maybe they're making their decision on Monday. They still have to present the offers to them. So they may see an offer come in at $20,000 over,
Oh,
and go, hey, I'm good with this, and I'm done. Get people out of my house. And it's happened. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
it's happened.
Okay. They're
So-
not greedy. They just
No.
want a fair price,
Yeah.
and they want to lessen their stress.
Yes.
I get it.
And I honestly would take every single offer that comes in as they come in.
But most listing agents, don't you think, would say, no, like slow down.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want to draw as many people in as they can, drive up the price as much as possible, right? So most listing agents would say, no, let's wait until Monday and see what else we get.
Yeah. Bird in the hand.
How many sellers then would go,
Okay.
no, I really want to just take this one and be done?
Well, there are a few out there that I know, but not
Rare,
many.
I think, yeah.
Exactly, not many.
Yeah.
But you control this whole thing. And let's say that you have this already set, and where you're reviewing offers on Monday and making your decisions, okay? You, as the seller, at any time can change your mind and say, I'll take this offer.
Change your mind.
Change your mind about that standard of waiting till Monday.
Oh.
You could take the offer on Friday.
Ooh, you'd have a lot of irritated buyer's agents, though,
So?
wouldn't you?
So,
Talk about arrows in your back.
well, the realtor may, but it's the seller's choice. It's
Yeah.
always the seller's choice.
Yeah.
You have complete control. You can have 20 offers and not take any of them. Any of them. Any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I heard any.
Any.
I got it loud and clear.
But I'm gonna share one. We have a mutual friend that he's selling his house himself. We won't use any names.
Oh, yeah.
He sold it.
Oh, good.
He has an accepted offer.
Good.
Cash deal.
Of course.
No contingencies.
Mm-hmm.
Close in July.
Is that what they wanted?
No,
Mm.
that's what he suggested. Now,
Who was he?
a seller.
He suggested July?
Yeah,
Oh,
because they need time to get packed.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, what would Bill do?
Close it sooner and post occupancy?
Thank you. That's exactly right.
Mhm.
So here's what's going on, folks. If you've got a cash buyer, no contingencies, And you can really set the terms of when you want to close. And yes, you could wait 30 days, 45 days, 60 days. You're going to have plenty of time. We can set up plenty of time for you to get your stuff together. That's another 4-letter word, but it ends with a T.
It's actually 5, but anyway.
It is it?
Yeah.
Wait.
Stuff.
4.
Yeah.
S-T-U-F. Okay.
Will you get in trouble if you say the word that you...
Shit. No. So here's the thing. If you get a cash deal like this, you want to get that cash deal closed ASAP. I mean, like...
Buyer could lose their job. They could go buy a yacht. They could...
Die.
Oh, wow.
Car accident.
Oh.
I've had both happen. Both happen. So here's the thing I want you to think of. You have to keep the control of the situation. And if you've got a cash buyer, no contingencies, you're going to accept that offer, close within, say, 3 to 7 days. Then you're going to write in the offer, you're going to tell your agent this, they probably don't know how to do it, that you're going to rent back at no charge till July 30th or whatever. Now the transaction is closed, you have the cash in your hand, and it doesn't matter if they get divorced, they lose their job, they die or whatever, you have your money and the rest doesn't matter.
And you don't have to move yet either. You
Right.
can take your time moving.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
exactly.
the buyer want to be sure, though, that their interest is covered and their property tax obligation and stuff like that?
Oh, I'm sure they do, but if they want that house, this is the deal. You've got them in the negotiations. The power is on the seller at that point.
Yeah.
But then as a cash offer, here you go, right? So the cash offer, you can say, I'm going to give you cash, I'm going to close in 3 days, and I want you out in 10.
Is that the quickest cash offer can close?
5 days is
That's what
better,
I
because
thought.
they got to do the title work.
Yes.
You know, but cash deals are easy when there's no financing paperwork.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, hey. Well,
So-
there's a little bench out there.
We have fans outside the window.
Look at that. It's groupies like we're on the
Look at-
Today Show or something.
They are. Well, they are. We have groupie. We're going to have that with the makerspace. When the library
Excuse me?
does the complete rebuild or renovation,
Yeah.
we're going to be at the makerspace, and there'll be a glass wall where people can watch us on
They
the.
can hold up signs.
Yes.
And...
Yeah.
Cool. That's so cool. Gross. Okay. Of course you
I
would
thought
go
it was
there.
gross for you.
Give me a break.
So I hope that helps you a little bit. If you have a cash deal, close it quick. You can always stay there longer. Believe me, they'll let you.
Well, everything you're talking about is strategies. And so
Exactly.
this is ask questions.
Sure.
What are your strategies
Sure.
to protect me
Right.
as a seller or as a buyer?
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
And really, your realtor should be telling you this.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a cash offer. We need to get this closed quick.
And
Why?
if they have a deer on the headlights staring back at you, look, then what do you do?
Well, we don't need to rush to do this. You know, we got to get our stuff together and get out of here. And man, we could use 30 days. Okay, fine. We're going to close, but you're not leaving for 30 days. 30 days. We did that
It
with.
is peace of mind for
It
the
is.
seller. It
It
truly
is.
is. Well, and maybe the buyer too. Like everybody knows it's done,
Done
it's
deal.
finalized. Like,
Yep.
whoo, it's like a load
Yeah.
off your shoulders, right?
So then the question is, people are going to say, well, what if they don't want to leave? Well, in the contract,
They
in the
have to.
occupancy agreement, there is a stipulation on how much per day that they will accumulate by staying there.
Mhm.
And that's where you pump up those numbers, $200, $500 a day. And believe me, they will be out.
This is the part about being a real estate agent I think a lot of people don't understand. The contract is key, and the verbiage that you put in the contract.
Right.
You could really set your seller up for a lot of issues or buyer up for a lot of issues
Right.
if you don't word things appropriately in a contract. So it isn't just that you like make a ton of money, you know,
Right.
off of buyers or sellers,
Right.
whatever. You're a tour guide, right? You take
Yeah.
people through a house and then you make a ton of money. There's a lot more to it than that. A lot.
There is.
Mhm.
That's true. That's very true.
You need
I
to know your job well.
had one recently, a condo that I sold, and the realtor got ticked off at me because the sofa wasn't there. And I said, it's not a part of the contract. He said, but we talked about it, and you said that the seller was willing to leave that. I said, you never formalized that. It's not a part of the offer.
Oops, it got missed.
Well, Bill, I trusted you.
Ooh.
I'm like, whoa. I said, you failed to put it in the contract.
Was there some kind of an email exchange or something in writing about
Just
it?
conversation about it. Would your seller be into leaving furniture and stuff?
Then you need to specify and
Right.
in writing what you
Yeah.
want. That's just how it goes. Ooh, that
Nothing
trust thing
matters.
hurts though.
Nothing matters unless it's in the contract. Period.
There's all kinds of couches on Marketplace.
Sure.
Trust me, I'm looking. I see them.
I get you a love seat, but it's smoke. So it's
No,
smoke.
we've already talked about that. No,
Yeah.
thank you. I don't want any smoke-filled anything
Right.
in my house. Gross.
So let's
There's
talk.
that word again. Gross. I like it.
Gross.
Ew.
Ew.
Barf.
Probably.
Probably barf.
Probably.
Definitely barf.
So now we've been talking about sellers, and you're going, well, what about me? I want to buy a place. I want to get into this. Well, we have to use the strategies in order to get into that house. I have one right now. I'm working with a buyer. She has a property. She's got an eyeball on it. It's in delayed status. Happens to be across the street from her brother.
Oh, this is perfect.
I said, go
Does
look
the
at the
brother
house.
know the neighbor?
Yes.
Okay, this couldn't be any more perfect, maybe.
I said, go look at the house. And she goes, well, it's not on the market yet. I said, no, you know who she is, or they are.
Yeah.
Go talk to them.
Heck yeah, why not?
And we'll work out a deal on this. We'll write an offer.
Mm-hmm.
And so they went in, they looked at it, they love the house, and it's a divorce.
Oh.
I said, so now we're gonna have to talk to both people, both sellers, but it's okay to do. I can't do it yet because I'm not allowed by
You're
law.
not representing her yet.
Right.
Well, you are. Don't you have a buyer agency?
Her, I am. I'm representing the buyer, but
Not
not
the
the
seller.
sellers. By contract, I cannot violate my agency and talk.
And they don't have a listing contract yet. You said
They
it's
do.
delayed. Oh,
They
right?
do, and they have
Okay.
a realtor.
Oh, yeah. So.
Right. So I said, here's the purpose of this whole thing. You've got to go in there. We're going to give them a good offer, a strong offer, and you're going to convince them to sell it to you because your brother lives across the street. That's all you got to say, and work that angle. Then have your brother and sister-in-law come over, and you guys drink wine and have this happen, and we'll write the offer and get it accepted.
After a bottle of wine, when
Right.
they're all happy and everything.
Right.
So if they're represented and she's represented by you, because it's in delayed, you cannot approach
Nope.
the other side yet.
Nope. I can call the agent and talk to the agent all I want. I'm not allowed to go in that house, and this listing agent's not allowed to market it. It's basically in limbo.
So it's really seller is completely, they're in control anyway.
They're still
but
in control.
especially in this case.
Yeah, yeah.
So is there a resolution?
I said, go over and talk to them about buying that house.
Yeah.
And
Has she done it yet?
I said, give them an asking price on this house.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not really comfortable with that. Let's just see how things go for a couple of days.
No.
I said, you're going to lose this house.
Yeah.
I said, this is the advantage. Do you remember Amanda?
Mhm.
Okay, over what's the street? Shoot, it's one of those odd streets. It goes here.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So Amanda that we're talking about, this was a few years ago. First time home buyer. They saw a house and it was vacant and it was in delayed status. Remember this?
Mhm.
And so I said, go look at the house. And so
Knocked on the door.
knocked on the door,
Yep.
and there was somebody there. So they got to go in the house. They looked around the house.
Yeah.
It needed work. They knew it. They were comfortable with that, and all the
Needs a
details
lot
on
of
it.
work.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I called the agent and I said, my seller has instructed me to do a sight unseen offer on blah 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 street, Kohler Street,
Yes.
on Kohler Street.
Yep, that's right.
And guess what? They got it,
Mhm.
and they got a deal on it.
Mhm.
So
I don't understand why she's uncomfortable with it.
just personality.
What about the brother?
Well, that's what I said. Have that brother
Yeah.
go over there. And
Hey,
talk.
my sister loves your house.
Sure.
We would love to live across the street from each other.
Yeah, and it's a comfortable conversation to have with both
There's
parties.
nothing wrong with it.
No, not at all. And I think it'd be beautiful. And I think the couple, even though they're probably mad at each other and fighting and you know.
They're not all like that.
No, well, some
They're
of them are
not
just
all like
stupid.
that.
Some of them are just stupid.
Anywho.
But here's a great opportunity, and this is one of those where I'm saying to her, if you want this house, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And she's holding back on it.
Okay. Well,
I
then
know.
if she wants to let it play out, she
Sure.
has to know full well you
Sure.
might not get it. So you're going to regret it.
Right.
Why go through life with regrets? What
Exactly.
the heck do you have to lose? Nothing.
Exactly. Now-
Worst they're going to say is, look, nope, sorry, we got to wait. Okay,
Right.
she tried.
Right. So for me, I mean, what it tells me is that as a realtor, I have to look for strategy. So I'm always looking at delayed listings.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, so I can get you to the house before anybody else sees it.
Right.
And what I do, quite honestly, is I say, go to the front door, knock on the door.
You have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Mhm.
I understand your house is on the market. I'd like to see it. And they're like, well, we work with a realtor. Oh, I didn't know that. I just saw the sign.
How about this that's come up recently? Well, how attached to your realtor are you?
Oh my gosh.
How satisfied with your
Stop.
realtor? Oh yeah.
What was this about?
I'm not going to say who.
Well, don't tell me who, but what happened?
It's come up with a couple different brokerages recently, evidently, that, and I don't know that the broker
Oh, I
is
saw
telling
this.
their team members to
This
do
is on
this.
Facebook.
That was one of them.
Yeah.
And there's another one I heard about too.
Oh my gosh.
How
Oh my.
attached to your realtor are you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's not appropriate.
That's unethical.
It's unethical for the realtor, and he or she could lose their license over that. But it's
But then the broker, I understand, said, but they're new. They didn't know.
oh.
Oh, but you're the broker.
Yeah.
So aren't you supposed to be teaching them?
Yeah, that's right. And your license is on
Yeah.
the hook. Both of the licenses are on the hook. So for as a buyer, what I want you to do to try and beat that competitiveness is get in early. And that's why you've got to work with a realtor that understands that.
Mhm.
Now, there are some realtors, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to tell you, no, you need to wait till it goes active.
Why?
Well, bull hockey.
Not in this market.
Not
you
in
got to
this
be
market.
proactive, not reactive.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
If
I
you need help with
disagree.
that, you got questions about it, you call me. Get a hold of me. I'll show you and tell you exactly how to do
It's
it.
kind of like if you're going through a divorce, right? 'Cause
Right. Yeah.
I've heard this before. One will say, I need an attorney that's a bulldog.
Right.
You need a real estate agent that's a bulldog.
Yeah. you
If
do.
you're a buyer right
Sure.
now, you need somebody who's willing to think outside the box, figure out strategies to get you in the door.
Yeah.
That's what you have to have. You need a bulldog.
I would say you need a bulldog both ways. I would say
Well,
that
yeah.
I'm going to say that I feel a lot of sellers are being not fully represented.
Buyers too.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Professionals.
Yeah. So
Can I read the text from a buyer that's really frustrated that I think speaks to what a lot of buyers
Oh,
are
absolutely.
feeling right now?
Sure.
So I was checking in with her, and she's been looking a while. And she's like, yep, everything I see is contingent, LOL. I'll tell you, looking for a house is no fun. Not half as much fun as I thought it would be. You have to make a split decision right then and there, and I'm just not able to make that kind of commitment that fast. It's like marrying a man on the first day you see him.
Oh, I'm worth that. I'd be one of those husbands.
I was like, wow, that's a really good analogy, actually. It is kind of like that. It's a huge decision. It is. You need to make a decision about a house like boom. Not everybody thinks that fast, first of all. It is a big decision. But I said to her, the idea is that, and this has been the case in any market, especially now, but in any market ever, get out and look. Don't take yourself out of the market. I know it's frustrating. We all know it's frustrating. Don't take yourself out of the market. The more homes you see, the more you'll know what you're looking for, what exactly you want. And then when the right one does come along, you'll be able to act fast. The fact that she hasn't been able to act fast
Yeah.
tells me she hasn't found the right one.
Sure.
That she's looking at it in a different way, like I'll never get an accepted offer.
Right.
No, not true. You're building your,
Right.
you're just learning.
You're learning.
It's okay.
Sure. You
Yeah.
gotta squeeze a few melons to find a good one.
You don't squeeze melons.
Yeah, you do.
Don't you shake them and sniff
cantaloupe.
them and,
Cantaloupe, yes,
okay. You do that with avocados.
You do? You squeeze avocados?
Avocados from Mexico.
I love avocados. Do you know that the avocado industry is almost like the drug trafficking?
Yeah, I think I did.
Oh
hear
my
that.
gosh, there's a
It's
great
kinda crazy.
documentary about that, by the way.
Yes.
So the key on this whole thing, folks, is that, again, and we reiterate this so many times, but I want, hopefully, that one or two more people will get it. And I can give another example. I'm going to in a second, but you just gotta have somebody that's on your side, that is a bulldog, and will protect you and help you.
And ask questions. You don't know
Yeah.
yet
Yeah.
what to ask, what to know. It's okay. Don't think you have to have it all figured out. You're not gonna. You're learning as you go, but ask your professionals what they know and what they're going to do for
Sure.
you.
So here's another example. Condo that I just recently sold, where I used to live and all that. I have the honor of having the 2 highest prices on condos because I knew where to price them. I knew where to put them, and I got them.
Everybody thanking you then because their prices?
Well, I guess not enough because a realtor just snuck in and listed one of them.
Well, you don't own all the listings, all the potential listings in there.
I
just so
don't.
you know.
But here's the thing and the reason I'm telling you why this is so important is I know the details of all the other offers. Now, this realtor that is got this next listing was the buyer agent of one of the properties of the highest paid condo at $245. What the seller doesn't know is I know that buyer would have gone to $250 because there was an escalation clause. And so if I were
And you can say that.
Well,
if they would have come to you.
No, I would just say that I know that the pricing of this condo should be $250,000. Because here's what we know. There are no condos available out there. Not for 55 plus housing. And so she shorted the deal by $5,000 already. By $5,000. Because she's taking it as the market is what was a month ago.
Or is it a strategy that if I price it a little below, it will attract more buyers, and then we'll be able to drive it up?
It's like going to the store for milk and you think it's going to be 75 cents and you get there and it's $1.50. Kind of misleading.
75 cents was like never ago, and $1.50 was like, I don't know, a decade ago. I don't know.
But anyway, there you have it.
Yeah.
There's go. Okay, about my thing about square footage. Please have your realtors break out the numbers in square footage.
Why again does it matter? Price per square foot if you're a buyer? Why does it matter?
Because you can see it's a great comparison tool because you're getting finished square footage compared to the price. So if I were to look currently at the houses that are actively for sale, where are my sheet? Oh, there it is.
I didn't know Union Street was Country Club Edition.
I know, right? I thought
That's interesting.
So if I look at some of the actives that are currently sitting there ready to go, Chadsworth, 1843 Chadsworth Drive is selling for $240 a square foot. $240 a square foot. If I go to somebody down in, let's see, something really expensive. Legacy Way, Fox Point North, or Serenity Estates, $220, $195. How about Rosenberg? That's $259. I mean, so there's the thing: is it's just showing you that you can have a brand new house over an existing home with no.
The one on Union sold for $260 a square foot.
Yeah.
Built in 1953.
Oh my gosh, is that crazy or what?
Ouch.
Right?
That's one of the highest.
Yeah. Why? Because
Second
it's under
highest.
$300,000.
Ugh.
I thought it would go for over 300, to be honest with you.
What was it listed at? Yeah, so it
289.
went a tiny bit over.
Yeah. But look at the one down at Whitetail. I mean, it was listed at $444,900. It sold at $90,000 over
What?
the asking price. Now, tell me, you can't tell me that was priced correct.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Well,
I know
right?
it's happening. It's just like, whoa, oh my gosh.
Right.
Okay.
So it's got to be a great house, I guess. I reckon.
Just highly competitive, or somebody came in going, hey, I've got,
Well, look at
cash.
Broadway. Broadway Drive. Oh my gosh, Broadway.
Broadway.
On Broadway.
207.
$50,000 over.
Eek.
$206 a square foot.
Let's look that one up.
And 2,100 square feet, and it was a conventional mortgage. And so you're worried about appraisals? Don't worry about it.
I'm not. I haven't really seen them come in low, shockingly. But then again, I haven't had anybody offer 90 over. But what I am hearing from listing agents is, okay, like, show me the money, basically, show me the proof.
Yeah.
that if they can offer this much over, that they can cover the gap.
Yeah.
And I've heard some say they're asking for proof of funds like they would a cash deal.
Right.
I get it. That's protecting your seller.
And I mean real proof of funds.
But mom and dad have money.
Yeah.
Nope. I need to see that it exists.
So,
Wow, yeah, that's a nice house on Broadway, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, if you look at it, it's just, kind of like Casper and Milk Toast.
What?
Kind of plain.
I don't
Got
know.
all oak
It has
interior,
a
wood
purple front
floors.
porch.
It's got those, that room that, it's got like a half wall just to divide out the living room and all that stuff.
What do they call that? That's not a great room. That's
No,
like a expanded kitchen living room combo, right?
Well, yeah, but
Great room.
it doesn't turn me on for for $400,000.
Well, you're not buying it, so.
I know. I'm just saying to you, $450. $450.
So we go from $294 to $650 in Providence.
So this market is so wild that I actually considered selling our house to my buyer.
And Terry was okay with this?
Well, of course, Terry. What's Terry say? Well, where are we going to go?
Right. Right. And you just bought that, what, 2 years? Not even? Not even 2 years ago.
We could make a killing.
And where do you go?
$419?
You could move into no, you can't even move into your timeshare because you can only have that, what, 1 week a year?
1 week a year.
What are you going to do for the other
I know.
53 weeks?
We'll
51
live
weeks?
on a cruise ship.
Oh, hey.
52 weeks of cruising.
I've heard of a lot of people doing that. Why not? It's cheaper than trying to pay for assisted living or
Right.
whatever, a condo anywhere.
So we have not been in the house 3 years, right?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
All right.
I want to say it's under 2.
Right. So number we just got, 5.25. Oh my gosh. That's almost 110,000 more. 102,000 more.
What about
than we
your
paid.
neighbor next door? They got in there when it was brand new.
Oh, you mean one behind me?
Jan and
No, they were there before. Yeah.
yeah. When it was a
Yeah.
brand new subdivision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're kicking it, I tell you.
Yep.
So I mean, I honestly, I went to Terry. I said, I can't find her house. I think maybe we should just sell her our house and let's go find another. But
I have room downstairs.
I'm there. I'm all over. At least somebody mow the yard.
Hey, we're rolling now.
All right.
I'm getting my teenagers like rolling. We're getting
Right.
there.
But I mean, this is hilarious because out of her mouth came exactly what I hear every single day.
Mhm.
Well,
Where would we go?
Well, where would we go? And our interest rate is like below 3%.
You guys got a good rate, yeah.
And thanks
See,
to
you're
you.
part of the problem.
Thanks to you,
Yeah.
we got a great rate. But so it's, oh my gosh.
That's what we're hearing, though.
I know, but
the rate and where do we go? Those are the 2 questions out of the mouths of just about every seller right now.
Sure. And then
Considering it.
here's the thing that I didn't say to her was, I looked around the house and went, oh my God, I'm gonna have to move all this crap again. Oh my gosh.
Hey, if there's no room for your sauna, I'm a taker.
Oh, I love my sauna.
Okay. Yeah, but where you're going, you might not have space for it. So
That's true. That's
yeah.
very
I'm
true.
just saying. I'm open.
Hey, today I hope you learned that there is more to buying and selling a house than you probably realized. There's a lot of strategy that goes into it, and you need to work with somebody that has that strategy, has that mindset, whether it's a mortgage or if it's a realtor. And ask the questions. If you don't know what questions to ask, email me, call me, I will give you the answers for that.
Don't you have a book on selling?
To difficult houses, difficult market? I do.
Maybe people should start by reading that.
Oh, yeah. I can send it. I can even send you the digital version.
There you go.
Woohoo! I tell you.
Get curious.
Get curious and
Yeah.
stay in curiosity.
Yes.
Seek to understand.
You
So-
have nothing to lose and lots to gain.
That's true. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. If you've got an idea on a show or something you want to hear, give us reach out to Laura and I. Let us know. We appreciate you listening to us and making us one of the top award-winning radio shows here at the Media Center. So thanks much, and see you at Farmers Market on Saturday morning, 7 o'clock. Come out and say hi. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Dos.
Auto, please. No mark today.
Done.
Thank you.
Uh-oh, are you stuffy?
It's blood pressure. Bet you.
Why?
I don't know, but I'll bet you anything.
You better get that taken care of, dude.
Well, it's just I get pumped about this, and I think it's partly the air in here.
Well, there's the air quality thing. What? I don't. What's causing that though?
There's
Is there
it's always
fire?